joining me on my program once again today. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining me from Africa, Europe, Asia, America, or Australia, I appreciate you so much and thank you very much for being there for me all the time. I appreciate your comments. I see all your comments and I read them from time to time, and I appreciate you for your contributions. Whatever advice you have, continue to give. If you have any topic you want to discuss, put it down on the comment section and we equally go to that topic. Thank you so much for joining me. For those who have not subscribed yet, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remember blessed. Today, once again, I bring you information on things that are happening around the contraption called Nigeria, and most especially the southern part of Nigeria. The southern part of Nigeria, it includes the Oduduwas and the Biafrans. Those are the people I'm really concentrating on, because these very two big nations are being occupied by the Nigerian state. That is why we include Nigerians in our discussion. So whatever affects Nigeria, affects Oduduwa, affects Biafra. So we have to be talking about these issues from time to time. Today, we are going to talk about the issue of religion in this contraption called Nigeria. What religion has done to the contraption called Nigeria. You see, most of the time we try as much as possible to avoid this topic. But you cannot run away from the topic because it is one of the major problems we have in that very contraption called Nigeria. Religion. It doesn't matter the religion you practice. You might be a traditional religion, you might be a Muslim, you might be a Christian. But most especially the Christians and the Muslims. These two religions have been part of the problem that we are facing in that very contraption called Nigeria. We try to avoid the issue, but we cannot avoid it. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter what you see. These are realities on the ground, and when we see them, we talk about them. The way the people that call themselves the religious leaders in Nigeria are conducting themselves and the way they are treating their citizens is really unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Talk about the Christians. They come out to preach Christ and tell you what Christ said and what Christ did not say. But when you look at their lifestyle, they do not look anything like Christ. And I don't know where they get their own interpretation of the Christianity in from. We know that people who were called Christians, people who decided to name themselves Christians, who became Christians as Christianity that we know, they were called Christian in Antioch because they were behaving like Christ. That was the only reason why that name came out. Because those people were behaving like Christ. Christ, we know, you and I know, was a Jewish. Christ was a Jewish. As they told us, and that is the fact. And the people who were called Christians because they were behaving like Christ. But when you begin to look at people who are in the present day Christianity, people who are running their affairs in the Christianity today, people who call themselves the GOs and all whatnot, they do not look anything like Christ. They don't look anything like Christ. I'm not sure they are reading what they are teaching people. They don't look anything like it. From every indication, they don't look anything like it. In their actions, in their speech, in their behavior, the way they conduct themselves, they do not look anything like Christ. Christ was very meek, very gentle. These people certainly do not look anything like Christ. It doesn't matter how you look at it. It doesn't matter how you try to paint it. When you see some videos that they make out there, you see the videos that they are making and what they are saying in their videos they are making, you'll be surprised the places you find them. I wouldn't like to be calling them or mentioning them, but sometimes we are being forced to mention them and show what is happening. You can agree with me that this very problem that Nigeria is in today, those religious leaders in Nigeria, more especially the Christians and the Muslims, they are involved in whatever problem that is happening today. They are involved in bringing this tyrant into power. They are involved in the destruction that Nigeria is facing today. If you could remember, when the tyrant called Muhammad Buhari died in London, everybody knew that this man is out. But they didn't know how to convince people. The only way the government found out to convince people was to go to the Christians, pick a well-known Christian general overseer to London to go and discuss with the man, the imposter they placed as Buhari. And this man went to London in person of Adeboye. He went to London, sat with the person they gave him, they said it was Buhari, and came back and told us that he is healthy and hearty. That was the message he brought back. He told us that this man is very healthy, this man is okay, he's coming back soon, and everything is okay with him. That was the message he brought back. And when he brought this message, he was able to convince some people to begin to follow this very lie that is growing up to today. This very lie that have led Nigeria to destruction today. It was a pastor, a GO, that spearheaded it. Because some people who trusted him saw him there, they now believe that this man is alive, that he's healthy, he can be able to manage the country. And here are we today. What is happening? It is so sad. It is so sad. No matter how you try to avoid these people, you continue to see their mess all around. I'm going to share with you the video of what transpired, how he went to London, and maybe you have forgotten. Maybe all of us have forgotten that it was a pastor that they used to show us that this man is Buhari when he is not. That he is okay when he is not.
The president, we're curious. Nigerians are curious. They want to know what did you discuss with the president?
Well, first, as you know, I went to see him to check up on him, find out how he was doing. I had, of course, been speaking to him on the phone, and I thought it would be a good thing to go and see him and, generally check up on how he was doing, and also to brief him on developments back at home. So we had a very good time, had a very good conversation on wide-ranging issues, and he's in very good spirits. He's recuperating very quickly, and he's doing very well.
Your Excellency, can you tell us the state of health?
Well, as I've said, he's in very high spirits. He's recuperating very quickly. We had a very long conversation. We spoke for well over an hour, and his humor is all there. He's doing well.
When is he due?
I think very, very short. Very short. I think we should really expect him back very short. As I said, he's recuperating very fast. He's doing very, very well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
What are the thoughts? The suspended SDF report, part of what we discussed?
Wide-ranging issues. I really can't go into specifics of all of the discussions.
When will the ministers be sworn in? Was that part of it?
I'm sorry?
Ministers, when will the two ministers?
No, we didn't discuss swearing in or anything.
So when would they be sworn in?
Well, I am not in a position to say exactly. I don't have a date in mind or anything like that, but I'm sure very, very soon we'll do that.
Thank you. Before 90 days, sir?
I'm sorry?
Are we expecting the president before 90 days?
Before?
90 days.
No, deadlines are very good. But he is, as I said, recuperating fast. We're expecting very short.
Okay. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Much sooner perhaps than you would expect. Thank you, Your Excellency. Yes.
A pastor they used to set the light to us. And here are we today. Here are we today. And the most annoying thing that made me to begin to talk about this issue is that that same person, that same pastor have started again. He have started visiting people again. As you all know, some of the morons in Nigeria are now planning for their 2023 election. Some of the politicians who are moron, who are not even fit to be a local government chairman, are now presenting themselves to contest for presidency. And this very pastor has started again, going to them one by one to promote them, going to them one by one to begin to lift their hand as people who are going to contest, telling us how good they are. You call yourself a man of God, you always allow yourself to be used by a small boy, somebody who doesn't know his left and right, be using you. And then you come out and tell me that you have the Spirit of God in you, that God tells you this and God tells you that, when you cannot dictate with your common sense a sensible man and a non-sensible person. You cannot be able to dictate a reasonable person and a person that is not reasonable. You cannot be able to dictate between a sincere man and not, that doesn't even need any spiritual interpretation. It doesn't need any going to school. Just mere looking at the man and listening to what they say, you know that these people are not for real. Yet you cannot be able to differentiate good and evil. And you call yourself a servant of God. They have started using him again. They have started using him. He has started going again to campaign for them. They are now presenting him. He's now the one, the spokesperson, now lifting their hand. Yaya Bello, that you and I know that Yaya Bello is just one of the idiots in that very country, one of the fools we have among the politicians. I will play the video for you to see what transpired. Maybe you think I'm just making it up.
I can hardly describe how much to see. We've had so much possible. We were definitely delighted by your show of faith in God, particularly in dealing with coronavirus. It takes a man of faith to accept the way you are, and we are very, very pleased. We are thankful for granting our audience. God bless you.
Where my father is seated. Good people of Kogi State and my family condole over the passing away of one of my brothers. Unfortunately, we don't own life. We believe that from God we all came, and unto Him we shall all return. Once we are born, we don't know when, how, and where we shall all return back. We pray that we be so content as get back at peace. Amen. When we had first of your coming to us here, I was so delighted. Our father, sir, in Kogi State here, understanding and believing exactly is a constant upon which I emerged as the governor in the first instance, and God returning me back again into my second term. I just need to do what is natural. It is natural. It is given. It is a good thing to allow things natural to happen. Building the chapel in Government House here for my Christian brothers is just natural. That is what should be the right, natural thing to do. Fighting crimes and criminalities with the support of unity and togetherness. I inherited a state that was largely divided along ethnic lines and religious lines, and even class difference. Where you come from, what is your background, is your father a minister or commissioner or governor? But by the grace of God, because God brought me divinely, God used the good people all around me to unify the state. So we refer to ourselves as a bigot children, a bigot citizen. What does that mean, sir? EB means Ibira. IG means Igala. O means Okun. These are the three major languages amongst several others. So we decided to bring our attires that depict our ethnic culture or cultural difference, and then we put ourselves together as one. So Kogi State is one. This is what we require in the country. Nigeria will remain one. The first color is Igala. This is Okun, and this is Ibira. They are all very rich colors.
For this very special day. Thank you, Lord God Almighty, because the last time we were here, that several years ago, we can remember clearly what we saw. Today, we can see a lot of difference.
You can see, this is how he started. This is how they took him to London to promote Buhari. Now he's promoting Yahaya Bello. They are preparing for a 2023 that will never come. Not knowing food. This is why I tell you that Christianity is one of the problems. Christianity, religion is one of the problems. Not just Christianity, the leaders of that very religion. The leaders of Christian religion in Nigeria and leaders of Muslim religion, they are one of the major problems we have. This very person that is going now to promote somebody has not talked about the killing. He has not come out to speak openly and speak boldly about the mayhem that the Fulanis are causing against in the life of the people in Nigeria. He has not come to stand boldly to speak to UN or call on the world on the kind of persecution the Christians are facing in Nigeria. He has never done so. If you have any of his video where he has done so, send it to me. I will apologize. But I have never seen him coming to a platform to speak about the killing that the Christians are facing in Nigeria. He has never stood. These are people who are coming to worship him with him. These are people who are paying tithes to him. These are people who are calling him daddy and calling him whatsoever. He never stands for them. Even his own pastor was killed where she was preaching a message. There was the people who killed that woman has not been held account to today. They have not been held account. There was a time when their own pastors also were kidnapped. Members of his church have been facing kidnapping, have been facing all manner of evil against them from all this government, all these Fulani headers. Yet he cannot stand and talk about it. He only goes when politicians invite him. He goes there to talk one rubbish or the other. I don't know the kind of Bible they are reading or the kind of Christianity they are practicing, but this is not Christ. When Christ that we know, whom they are claiming to be behaving like, Christ rebuke evil. When he sees evil, he doesn't keep silent. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whom you are. He stands before you and pull you down and speak to you directly. Even the prophets of old that we know, they go to the king and prophesy to the king. Tell the king what is going to happen. When the king is going wrong, they go to the king and prophesy and tell him exactly what should be done. If the king is going wrong, they go and tell him this is what the Lord said. They don't go there to pet the king or they don't go there to promote the king. They go there, pass the message and walk away. And that is the only reason why they go to the king. They do not go to the king to beg for anything. They only go to the king to deliver a message. That is what the prophet of the old were doing. They don't go to sit with them in a banquet. They don't go there to promote their election or whatever. They only go there to offer them advice and give them warning and instructions on what to do, how to favor the people. But in the Christian today, what do we see? It's a different issue. I'm talking mainly about the Christian religion because I am a Christian myself. But I'm not that kind of a foolish Christian. I'm not that kind of a foolish Christian. When you talk about Christianity, if living a Christ-like life, the Christ that we're talking about lived a very gentle, sincere, and straight life. He cared for the poor. He was worried about people. He fed the needy. He fed the hungry. It wasn't just about preaching. It wasn't just about preaching or gathering people. He gathers people and he knew that they are hungry. He feeds them. He provides for them. But the kind of people we have now is a very different thing altogether. The same thing with the Muslim religion. You go to the Muslim, you see the imams, what they preach in their mosque. See what they preach in their mosque. Hatred everywhere. Calling their fellow human being infidel. That the fellow human being is supposed to be killed. That if you are not part of their religion, you're not supposed to be a leader. You're not supposed to be ahead of them. That they are the one that has the right to lead you. That you, as a Christian or other religion, have no right to lead them. This is what they preach. This is what they teach people. And people carry this message and begin to move around with it. Begin to hate each other. They begin to hate each other. The Christian religion have made some people to begin to not know their left or right anymore. Not know their left or right. They ask them to pray. They ask them to fast for everything. You pray for everything and fast for everything. Even the little thing you can do for yourself, you begin to fast and pray for it. So many things that they are stressing their members of their church to fast and pray about are something that they are supposed to attack the government for. Tell government to fix the situation, fix the country, fix electricity and whatever they need to fix. You don't need to pray for it. Face the government, tell them to do the right thing. That's what you're supposed to do. That is why you are there. That is your job. God have given you that strength and mouth to speak. Giving you that, God have uplifted you to that level so that you can be able to speak for those people who cannot speak. That is why you are there. Not to force them to go into hunger. Not to force them to go into hunger. That is not why you are there. So many things we pray for are things. I'm going to share with you a video. A video where you will see the stupidity of some of us who call ourselves Christians. Religious people, you see the stupidity of religious people. I'm going to share a video with you where you will see a fire burning a house. A fire burning, instead of calling the fire brigade to come and quench the fire, some people stand a place and they will abandon and casting the fire to quench. They were casting and banning the fire to quench. Then you look at the white people where when there is a fire outbreak, within a second, they don't even need to make a call. An alarm, once the alarm is on, the fire brigade is there in the next minute to quench the fire. While a black man in Nigeria call himself a Christian, that he has faith, will be praying for fire to quench, while fire will destroy the house and destroy everything they have, including human beings. Simple thing, simple mathematics, simple thing that you can do for yourself. We have a lot of death of accident, a lot of death from insecurity. Then you are praying for long life and prosperity and whatever. Knowing fully well that the cause of death, the major cause of death in Nigeria now is insecurity. Fix it. Talk about it. You will not. You ask us to pray about it. You ask us to pray about it. Even when Christ was preaching, the Christ you said you are following, when Christ was preaching, Christ did a lot of work, not just by talking. In every miracle he performed, there is a practical aspect of it that you have to do. You have to do your own part. When he was supposed to pay tax, that he paid tax, he can command the coins to come from heaven and give his disciple to go and pay tax. But he didn't. He instructed his disciple to go and throw a hook in the sea. The fish you catch, open the belly of the fish, you will get the coins in there. Then you go and pay the tax. Pay your own and pay my own. That was what Christ did. Christ can command that coins to come, but he never did so. He gave them the work to do. Go and do the work. Go and fish, get the fish, open the stomach, get the money, then and pay. That is the work they did. And the resurrection of Lazarus, he can equally come there and take Lazarus to come out. He can come there and tell the stone, get away with the stone, get away. Lazarus, come out. Tell everything to go away. And Lazarus will just stand up. But he didn't. He didn't. When he came there, he told them to roll away the stone. They were the one that rolled, human beings rolled the stone. The rolling away the stone wasn't a miracle. There wasn't any magic in it. He told them to roll away the stone. That is the job of a human being. Roll away the stone, they roll it away. After rolling away the stone, then he made the prayers that he's supposed to make and called Lazarus to come forth. Lazarus came forth. When Lazarus came forth, Lazarus was still tied the way he was buried. He was still tied. He didn't command the rope to disappear or tell the rope to get away. He told them to loose him and let him go. Then they loosed the rope that was tied. That is practical. There are certain things you don't get by prayer. There are certain things you must have to apply your practical knowledge, your practical sense for you to get. It is high time that the Christians in Nigeria should wake up and begin to do the right thing. They should wake up. Wake up. I am hammering on the Christians because they are the majority in the South. Because my major problem is the southern part of Nigeria. That is where I belong. Southern part of Nigeria. South is a Biafran. That is what I am. I am a core Biafran. Born Biafran. And majority of the people in that Biafran land, they call themselves Christians. And we allow ourselves to be abused and used by these people. You call yourself a Christian, yet you don't have an atom of similarity with the life of a Christ. You call yourself a Christian, your attitude and behavior doesn't have anything to do with the behavior of Christ. The person you are following, you doesn't have any resemblance. Because why you are answering a Christian is because people saw that those people were behaving like Christ, they call them Christians. So if you are not behaving like Christ, how can you dare call yourself a Christian? It doesn't matter you call yourself a GO or whatever. Acting any of jamboree you are doing, that doesn't make you a Christian. Deceiving people. This is the kind of people we have that is creating more problem. More problem. They are the source of the problem we have. As we speak now, the vice president of that very contraption called Nigeria is called himself a pastor. He and his GO are the people holding Nigeria captive, telling lies every now and again. He tells lies, the GO will support the lie and promote the lie. And people are still rushing to the church every Sunday to go and pray. You still see some people come to argue with you and tell you, why must you talk about this man? Why must you mention his name? He's a man of God, he's that, he's a man of this. Meanwhile, there are practical things you are seeing that shows that this man is nowhere near the man of God they are calling him. Practically, when you look at their attitude, because Christianity, why they call those people Christian in Antioch was because they have a Christ-like life. But these people now we are seeing have no resemblance, no similarity in any way. They do not resemble Christ in any way, not even in a step. And yet, here are we, many people defending them. If you go to the comment section, you see people defending him. People defending them. He came out to tell us that, and the vice president came out to tell us that when the righteous is in power, the people rejoice. That was what he told us before they came into power. A pastor was preaching under a terrorist that they are coming to make people rejoice. Shamelessly, their people were even telling them that they are not happy that they are coming. This is where we have led ourselves. They begin to act all kinds of movie, all kinds of films in the name of Christianity. And even the Muslims are not spared. In the side of the Muslim, you see a lot of drama going on. Some people preaching what is not in their book. Preaching what they like, preaching hatred. Preaching hatred, telling people to go and explode themselves. When the person who is preaching for you, give him that explosive, he will not make use of it. He will not send his own children. But he will gather people's children and tell them what to do to begin to hate and kill others. Begin to tell us that if you are not in the same religion with me, you cannot be my leader. And they are working towards it. If you are not a Muslim, you cannot be a president of the country, you cannot be a head in any department. That they are supposed to be head in every department while you be under them. Not because they are qualified. That is not because they are qualified, just because of their religion. Because you are in that religion that you are supposed to be on top. Nobody comes below you. It doesn't matter if you are qualified or not. Come to education, they never do anything about education to promote themselves or to educate themselves. The few of them that had a little education use it to impoverish the rest of them and make sure they stay down. Keep on lying to them from day to day. That is what happens. These two major religions in Nigeria are the major problem we have. Major problem. And the earlier they begin to change their mindset, the better. The problem is not the religion, but those that are running it. Call yourself GO, call yourself pastor, call yourself imam, or whatever. These people are the major problem, not the religion itself. These people, they are the major problem. Their selfishness, their selfish interest, their wicked act never depart from them. It doesn't matter what they call themselves. They still have that wickedness in them, and they continue to do evil. It will not be well with all of them who are promoting evil in the name of religion. It will not be well with all of you. I'm going to share with you a video for you to see that it is not just in the Christian faith. Even now, in the modern section, they are now doing their own miracle. They are all now doing their own abracadabra, all those kind of, they are now forming it on their own section.
Spirit of demon. Spirit of demon. Spirit of demon. Fire in your body.
To tell you that this thing is not just about the Christians. It's everywhere, everything that has to do with religion. Are you talking about a traditional religion? Go to a traditional religion, you see their own faults, what they are doing there. You see some of them now coming to speak out boldly to condemn Christianity, condemn Islam, and condemn everything. But in that traditional religion, there are still some people who will not do the right thing. Their attention there is to do evil. They never think of anything good. All they are thinking is how to destroy, how to do this and how to prepare one devilish thing or the other. How to pull somebody down. How to make sure nobody grows in a community or nobody grows in the area or in a zone. How to sponsor evil, guide people to their death. Religion is a very destructive thing in Nigeria. You have to follow your conscience. Every human being has a conscience to know what is wrong and what is right. And that is the best religion you can follow. Following your conscience. Follow your conscience to do what is right. Do what is right at all times. When you are doing something, your conscience tells you that this thing you are doing is wrong. Walk away from it and don't do it anymore. It doesn't matter who preaches to you. It doesn't matter who tells you to do it. It doesn't matter whom you are talking to. Once your conscience pricks you and tells you what you are saying, what you are doing is wrong, step aside and follow the right way. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much wherever you're connecting me from. I have spoken the little I know. I don't know it all. If you have different opinion from what I've just said, feel free to put it down in the comment section. If you agree with me, thank you very much. Let us make a change. Let us make a change. The contraction has ended. All this evil surrounding that contraction have succeeded in putting it at an end. We are now going our separate ways. Ududuwa is going their separate ways peacefully. Biafra is going their separate ways peacefully. We are asking for referendum. You give us referendum, we go our separate ways peacefully. Arewa, we go their ways peacefully. Every section will practice whatever they want to practice peacefully, and peace will reign everywhere. People will be secured. Everyone will grow at their own speed. I am not preaching hatred. I'm not preaching hatred. What I am preaching is peace. Peace, a way out. I preach peace, I preach hatred. I don't preach hatred, I preach love. And love doesn't mean that you give your life. Any love that you're going to give your life into, you say you're making love, it's not love. It's not love. I'm preaching a love that will make all of us be alive to enjoy that happiness. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. Thank you so much and remember this. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.